We'll talk about one thing with reference to Jesus. When Jesus was on the cross and he said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, what was he doing? He was releasing, he was forgiving them because he realized that they did not understand the consequences of their actions. But he did understand it, so he did not have karmic consequences to them killing him. He didn't hold them responsible. Okay? He was responsible. Jesus came here to be a powerful, positive force, and as a result he got killed, and he accepted that. And he did not blame the people for killing him. You know, he understood that life and death was just part of life. Wasn't traumatic in the sense of, it might have some physical pain, I would imagine, but I mean, he understood the significance of life and death. He wasn't afraid of dying. If you forgive something, again, you're releasing karmic consequence. Forgive things that come into your mind. He forgave things that happened to him. Okay, release. Release is for present experiences, stress, anxiety, and pain. And the release exercise is even easier. If you have any moment where you have a feeling of anxiety, stress, fear, you get caught in a control drama, and I told you could go in the bathroom and splash some water in your face, use the release exercise. It's just simply saying the word. Now, I found this out by accident. I mean, somebody said, oh yeah, use this. I'm like, oh, this works. And I just said release, 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 release. Again, with understanding helps. Okay, but the word has power. Don't ask me how. Found that out. So you can do that. Now, so this means if anybody tweaks you, calls you up and yells at you, and you don't feel you deserve it, it doesn't matter either way. You just use release, release, release. You can do that in your head. You can do that out loud. Out loud, obviously, is more powerful. Affirmation is for the present and future experiences. Use this to reinforce weak areas in your consciousness and programming and reprogramming. Focus on the I am rather than the I will or I can. Affirmation is important for manifesting the future. Okay, we've dealt with the past. We talked about healing the past, releases you from the past, which helps you then manifest the future. If you're holding on to the past in any way, it's actually inhibiting your ability to go forward and manifest the future. So, you're forgiving the past, you're releasing the present, and you're affirming the future. An affirmation, it can be anything. What you desire in life. It can be the perfect living situation, the perfect job, the perfect relationship, whatever kind of lifestyle and whatever kind of things you desire in your life, you express it. And again, I am rather than I will or I can. I can is self-limiting. I will is even self-limiting. So I am going to do this. And then let go of it. Put it out there. But that's the affirmation process. You put it out there, and then eventually you learn to have trust that if it's supposed to happen, it will. Doesn't matter if it does or doesn't. But the point is, you put it out there, and the universe does respond to everything that you think. So again, if you have expectation, and you're waiting for it to happen, you're blocking it. This is a challenge. You can see that you're going to put things out in the universe, and you're going to say, okay, I trust that if that's supposed to happen in my life, it will. So it helps to keep things on a somewhat realistic note, but not be self-limiting. I am going to be a multi-billionaire. For some people, would be, they don't believe it, so what is the use of saying it? So keep things in some kind of perspective helps to manifest them. And again, also remembering that you can manifest $1 billion if you're capable of it. It's a paradox. Okay, let's talk about the self-love exercise. Your greatest level of self-empowerment will be achieved with your greatest level of self-acceptance or self-love. The mirror exercise. Anybody ever stood in front of a mirror, fully dressed, and said, I love you? To yourself? Okay, good. Very powerful. And you'll find out a lot of things about yourself if you do that. You'll find out if you feel uncomfortable doing it. You'll find out if it's completely comfortable or kind of comfortable. All of those things are important in that analysis. Okay, the next step. Do it naked. Then you really find out if you love yourself. Okay, that doesn't mean, you might be shy. It might not be that you don't like your body. It might be that you're shy and you can't really express it when you're naked. Okay, that's something good to know. It also reveals where your self-love issues are. Okay, these are simple exercises, and it's very powerful. When you're working on your reprogramming, obviously, like I said before, if you think something, if you think a release, it's not as powerful as if you wrote it down, and writing it down is not even as powerful as you verbalize it. So if you really want to accelerate your consciousness, you will speak the things that you're trying to fix. In other words, if you have a negative thought from your past, do the forgiveness exercise out loud. If you're in a group and it's not appropriate, well, then do it in your head. Maybe you remember to do it out loud later. Point is, to do it is the most important thing, but the different levels of assimilation into the consciousness are also important to recognize. Learn to forgive everything from small arguments to great acts of deception and pain. Again, what you'll find is that you have things coming in. It doesn't matter what it is. If you don't understand it, of course, you can't truly forgive it. So sometimes you have to go back and look at why you had to experience that, how it made you a better person. Might have made you stronger, might have made you wiser. It might have made you more humble. There's a lot of things that experiences can do from your past. I mean, I've had experiences where I was pushing the envelope and, I caused myself pain. Physical and emotional. If we hear, we accept. Okay, you're hearing me today. A lot of this, I imagine, you're accepting. Okay, if you see, you believe. If you do, you understand. Remember, understanding will only come if you actually practice it. Okay, I can't give you that. I can only give you the tools to understand it. Knowledge versus wisdom. So one, obviously, if you see it and believe it, you have knowledge, but actually doing it results in wisdom. Let's talk about the skeletons that are in your consciousness, and they will only be revealed when you're ready to see them and have the tools to resolve them. I mean, that's one of the nice things about the universe. The nice thing is that you really aren't giving too much that's over your head. You're given things to push you to new levels of consciousness. I mean, remember, this is a divine machine. It's designed to help you grow. So you're given opportunities all the time to grow, and the universe knows what you can take. It knows when you can pull those skeletons out of the closet and deal with them, because until you have the tools, they stay there. Okay? Now you can, and again, opening chakras when you're not ready is like opening the door to your closet and, you can't deal with it. And so it's like pulling your skeletons out before you're ready. And that's not the universe doing that. That's your manifestation trying to achieve levels before maybe you have the tools.